2 more weeks left. We're here with week 15 of the BTFL Season 2, an in-state matchup, Buffalo against New York. And the beginning of this game would not be too kindly for the New York Empire, as Buffalo would get the ball in their territory, and they get a touchdown, and then they get a safety. So right off the bat, it's 9-0. But Bo-Nose Jackson, he's sniffing the end zone. He's not going to get it on this play, but he's going to get it on this play. Bo-Nose Jackson, he knows the end zone. 16-0 in the first quarter. Steve DeBerg tries to get some points on the board, throwing it to his favorite receiver, Mike Sherrard, but the ball's on the ground. It's a fumble, recovered by Rod Woodson. And then Vidi Vici throwing to Garrison Hurst-Nassim. They both got the touchdown. 23-0 right before halftime. The flip to Bo-Nose Jackson. He's not going to know the end zone here, but he's going to set up Pete Stoyanovich after this sack by Dale Carter. Stoyanovich, the ball is up, and it is good. 26-0 in the first half. Big lead for Buffalo, trying to get the division lead. A nice pass here by Steve DeBerg to Willie Flipper Anderson. And then he'd do it himself. He's sick and tired of not being able to finish drives. He's got the touchdown. 26-7. So we got some life here with the New York Empire. But Bo-Nose Jackson, he's trying to quell that, trying to get that positioning in the division. But Vinny Testaverde messes this up. Ball's intercepted by Thomas Everett. And Steve DeBerg trying to make it respectable, giving it to Flipper Anderson in the end zone. But the end of the game nears as Al Toon is watching cartoons in the end zone. Game ends with Buffalo winning, but not before both of the New York Empire running backs getting injured. Tricky Ricky Irvins and Gary Brown get replaced by Dexter Carter and James Jones. Buffalo wins 40-14. They're 8-7. Empire is 3-12, last place in the conference.
Miami needs a win today or a Birmingham loss to clinch the playoffs. Let's see if they can get it done against the Dallas Rattlers. Bernie Kosar starts the game out with a rare QB scramble down to the 25-yard line. Next play in the red zone, they get it in the end zone. A quick 7-0 lead for Dallas. On the next Rattlers drive, Kosar hands off to Hampton. He goes right up the gut. He's going to be untouched and get in the end zone. 14-0 Dallas. Not what you wanted to see if you're Miami. Jim Everett and Miami trying to stop the bleeding. He goes deep to Barnett, makes the catch at midfield, makes a tackle down to the 35-yard line. Jim Everett then hands off to Lester. He starts left, cuts right down the sideline, down inside the 20-yard line, which will lead to a field goal that is wide left off the upright. The score remains 14-0. Bernie Kosar and Dallas really cooking. Look at this beautiful ball to Holman down to the 20-yard line. He breaks a tackle down inside the 10-yard line. Bernie Kosar sacked on that one. Miami's Pierce Holt gets him down. Butler looked at the field goal from Miami and said, I can miss one too. The score remains 14-0. Shannon Sharp deep down the field for Miami. He will cross midfield, brought down around the 45-yard line later in this drive. Miami hands off to Jerome Bettis, and he'll park the bus in the end zone, cutting the lead in half. 14-7, Dallas still on top. Miami goes for a squib kick here, and it is a disaster that is picked up by Duncan, and he will bring it all the way down to the 25-yard line. Great field position for Dallas, but then Holt gets his third sack of the day, which makes Dallas settle for a field goal, which they will convert here. 17-7 is your score. Miami on their next drive hands off to Lester. He goes right. He is stood up on a fourth down play. The ball will go back to Dallas here with a 10-point lead. They hand it off. Kosar, his only decision now, what wide open guy do I throw it to? Touchdown Dallas. They go up 24-7. Bernie Kosar having himself a day. Miami may have lost this one, but remember, they can still make the playoffs with a Birmingham loss.
Warriors and Bulls, let's go. And we got Kramer back for the Bulls and Clayton back for the Warriors. It's going to be a good one. Kramer back to pass. Plenty of time. They decide to go with the easy first down. Kramer back one more time. And if he keeps staying on the ground, he's not going to go anywhere. It is now 3-0 Bulls. Let's see what they can do. Marino back to pass. Finds his man Clayton. Thanks for coming back today. We appreciate you. Gets the first down for his team. Oh, Clayton wide open. Somebody was sleeping in the secondary. Gets him to the 5. Green punches it in. It's now 7-3 Milwaukee. Kramer back one more time. He sees Fryer and slips and falls to defense, but boy, catches up to him quick. And Baltimore's going to have to settle for a field goal. It's going to be 7-6. Kramer back. Let's see what we could do. Everyone's coming at him, but Cook is cooking in the kitchen. He gets it to the 20. But man, they got some good D for Milwaukee. It's 7-9. 3 field goals today for Baltimore. Marino back. Clayton, somebody forgot to tell the defense that he's playing today. He's wide open. Milwaukee goes with the field goal itself. 10-9. We got Kramer finally wide open as Fryer. Kramer gets his first TD from being on the IR. It's now 16-10. Marino sees if he can match it. We got a quick pass for a first down. Oh, Clayton again. They are happy to have him back today, folks. He's tearing it up today. Marino gets sacked, and it's going to have to be a field goal time. Oh, they're going go for it, folks, and bad call right in the end zone. And that leads them to a loss. Bulls pull it off 16-10. Thanks for watching.
Big division matchup. Cincinnati goes to Louisville to face the Lightning. Gary Anderson and Ricky Running Waters come back. The running backs for both teams will start the game off by playing hot potato. This is an interception by Mike Pryor. And then Jim Harbaugh play action fakes it, throws an interception to Toy Cook. Louisville gets the ball back. Jim Harbaugh would give it back to Cincinnati with that interception in the end zone by Richard Johnson. John Freeze starting this offensive performance. He yells freeze and gives it to Ricky Running Waters at the 40 and would give it to Ricky Running Waters on the handoff, and he doesn't go all the way and he says get off me at the 2-yard line as Cincinnati scores the first points of the game, but Roger Ruzek misses this extra point. I had you going there. You thought he wasn't going to make it, but he actually did. Next drive for the Lightning, Jim Harbaugh would throw it to his fullback, Gary Anderson, and then would throw it to him again over the middle. Gets the Lightning in the lead as they make that extra point. John Freeze on the next drive yells, freeze! He throws it to his fullback, Gil Fenerty, almost to midfield, and we've got the longest field goal of the BTFL Season 2 by Roger Ruzek. It's good. Strange, he misses an extra point, but he makes a long field goal. I guess that's Tecmo for you. But the Lightning get the ball inside of Rampage territory after the punter is unable to get the ball off, and then inside the 10-yard line, Neil Anderson rumbles in for the touchdown, takes the lead 14-9 as John Freeze would step into the pocket, get to the 40-yard line running. This would lead to a Roger Ruzek field goal right before halftime. Again, the punter is unable to get the ball off. I think that's John Jett. And this gives the Lightning good field position. Is this Jim Harbaugh or Steve Young running the ball into the end zone? He's making up for the fact that they don't have their huge Hall of Fame quarterback. Next drive for Ricky Running Waters. He's still going. Get off me! Throw over the middle to Gil Fenerty to the 1, and Ricky Running Waters runs it in for the touchdown. Onside kick. Rampage needs to recover it. They don't. Louisville does. And Jim Harbaugh needs to start a drive so that they could run some clock. That's Sean Collins. And why are they passing the ball? I don't know, because they're about to throw an interception to Lonnie Young, which gives the Rampage new life. Tick, 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 tick. And John Freeze throws the walk-off pass to Willie Galt for the touchdown. 26-21 is the game. Louisville is 10-5. Rampage are 8-7. With Louisville losing earlier, Cleveland winning can breathe new life into them, but Pittsburgh is going to try to play spoilers. That would be tough for them early on as Ken O'Brien fires it to Robert Clark. And then over the middle to Reggie Foghorn. Langhorn to the 30-yard line as he struggles to go down, but eventually does. Langhorn would get a diving catch here, And then inside the 5, Marcus Allen, the Hall of Famer, would bum it in for the touchdown after catching that flip. Would catch this other flip, would start in the center and then move to the left. He would go whoop around defenders, and this would lead to Ken Willis making this field goal. It's 10-0. Elway with the ball, play action, roll out, no one in his face, would throw to old reliable Don Beebe. After a few sacks, Jason Elam will try the field goal, and it would be no good. Already inside Pittsburgh territory, Robert Clark would catch the ball to the 11-yard line, and inside the red zone, Ken O'Brien would throw it to a diving Derek Brown. His fullback has the touchdown, 17-0. Elway over the middle on the next drive. They need to get some points down 17. He's got it to Michael Action Jackson, and Jason Elam adds a field goal. It's 17-3. Elway trying to get more points on this board, trying to play spoilers, throwing it down the left side to Reggie Cobb, and he gets it to around the 34-yard line. And then Elway, no one in his face, throws it to Beebe. Beebe's at the 6, and then Elway would fire it to Novacek, who's wide open in the left side of the end zone. It's a 7-point ball game. Derek Brown gets the handoff. He wiggles left and then wiggles right and then wiggles away from defenders, getting them into field goal range. Ken Willis is good, 20-10 in favor of the Cardinals. Elway down 10, throws it to old reliable Don Beebe. Don Beebe's probably going to be a Pro Bowler when it's all said and done this season. He's racked up big numbers, and he's about to rack up a touchdown. The score is a 3-point ball game, but they gave the ball back to Marcus Allen. You can't do that. You can't let this guy absolutely gash you in the middle. Reggie Foghorn Langhorn over the middle twice in a row. 27-17 is the end of the ball game. Cleveland is 10-5. Pittsburgh is 5-10. Detroit is effectively out of playoff contention, so they're going to play spoilers against the Indianapolis Guardians. And that happened at the very beginning of the game as the handoff goes to Otis Anderson. But Otis Anderson would get injured here. He would be spelled by Kelvin Bryant at the running back position. But this wouldn't stop the Detroit Mustangs. Kerry Blanchard adds the field goal. They're up by 3. First drive for the Guardians. Brett Favre's a Hall of Famer. He's going to throw it to his Hall of Fame receiver diving for the first down. That's Jerry Rice. And Sammy Smith gets the pitch to the left. He tightropes the sideline, avoiding a tackle. It's a 4-point game. Rod Bernstein's the fullback for the Mustangs, and he could get inside of Guardians territory, and Carlson would throw the drag route to touchdown Eddie Brown. He doesn't get the touchdown here, but Kerry Blanchard would get the field goal. It's a 1-point ball game. Mustangs with the ball back, trying to get some points in the second quarter. Throw to Rod Bernstein, and Rod Bernstein, he gets to the block, and he's got the ball at around the 11-yard line. This would lead to another Kerry Blanchard made field goal after the drive stalls. It's a 2-point ball game. Brett Favre surveys the field, throws it down the right side to his receiver Floyd Dixon. We have no Alexander Wright in this game, but we've got Floyd Dixon, and Floyd Dixon dives for the first down inside the red zone, and Brett Favre throws it across his body, which you should never do, to Sammy Smith. We got another touchdown, 14-9. Ensuing drive for Detroit. Tough pass over the middle. You probably shouldn't make it, but Rod Bernstein's got solid hands to make that catch. No pressure in his face. Kelvin Bryant gets the ball over the left side, and he rumbles into the end zone. Detroit takes a 2-point lead. Next drive, the ball is handed off to Ron Moore. They need more yards, and they need more points in order to catch up. Favre steps up into the pocket, throws it to his Hall of Fame receiver, Jerry Rice, who dives at the 3-yard line, and Ron Moore gets more points, vulturing off the touchdown. Next drive for Cody Carlson and Detroit. The throw to Rod Bernstein, who catches it in double coverage. He's got the touchdown. Celebrate there, Cody Carlson. Fourth quarter, the shovel pass to Rod Bernstein. Inside the 10, inside the 5, another touchdown for Bernstein. 4th and 2 for the Guardians. Favre, he hands it off to Ron Moore. He gets less. Indianapolis loses 30-21. Detroit is 6-9. Guardians are 8-7.